So welcome back. Episode number 29, No Cap Sports, man. We back at you with another one. And this episode, as always, we got something special cooked up for y'all. So we're going to start it out this week, Josh.
Cook it up, Quay. I just want to say, before we really start, you watch a lot of King of the Hill, Vance. That's all I'm going to say. But all I'm going to say, bro. But on the musical scene, I cannot believe.
No. Don't try to get away with that, bro. Bro, in honor of Christmas, bro, you look like the Heat miser. Like, but you know, bro.
What is
bro? Let's start off with 5. Let's just talk about 5, bro. I'm not about to get into this with you.
All right, bro. You're right. It's late. I gotta go. Some people gotta go to work in the morning. You feel me? I'm your plug. But anyways, the musical scene. We actually did not discuss the epic, cultural shaking Gucci versus Jeezy verses on this podcast. We did not discuss it. 1.8 million on IG Live. Gucci Man play truth. This beef has an actual body behind it. Man, killed an alleged associate of Young Jeezy at the attempted to rob him. So yeah, this is real. You said what? Hey, chill out. You already
Pookie Lock Pack, man.
Oh wow! See, look at them. See, I'm usually the one, but look at them. That's okay though. Yes. That's crazy. So, what y'all thought about that?
I mean, to be honest, if I had to pick a winner, I'm rocking with Gucci.
That's what I'm saying. But a lot of people said Jeezy won. Gucci was coming. He was disrespecting that man. He ain't do nothing. I ain't gonna. That's an L in my book. But,
oh God. And to be honest, bro, I grew up on Gucci, bro. Like Jeezy, he cool or whatever.
Like my daddy grew up on Jeezy, but I listen to Gucci. Like,
oh God, I'm a Gucci guy. You know what I'm saying?
Gucci didn't play his best music either, though. So
that's true.
But he didn't even have to. He was just playing the most disrespectful stuff.
I ain't gonna lie, Jeezy ain't even play his best. I thought he was gonna pull out with that My President. Set the whole gun off.
Did he play the Put On For My City joint?
Yeah, he did. He played that.
But he did. It's so universal.
Jeezy won the music part, but Gucci definitely won the verbal altercation part.
I ain't gonna lie, man. Gucci won by starting out with round 1, bro. Like
I'm saying,
starting out with round 1, bro. He won. It
was
the verses,
perfect
bro.
made.
Exactly. Dude, he led into that jump perfectly too. I ain't even gonna cap. I was like, yeah, Gucci got this in the bag.
For sure. I was about to say, like, hey, it wasn't even no good start. It was located in Magic City. Gucci Man is from Zone 4, 5 minutes away. So he was on home turf in this show. But, free Gucci, man. He out. We're still free. We screaming for him anyways. Rollo just released a new album. Signed with a Lil Baby 4PF. I think he's the only person signed to Baby's album. Label, if I'm not mistaken. So that means something. Consistent lyricists. A lot of IG captions come from this man. I looked at some of the songs. I listened to the whole album at work today. Don't tell my manager. Did y'all get a chance to scroll?
Nah.
Oh, you was quick with it too. Hold on, bro.
Not a Rilo fan at all, brother.
Oh wow, not at all.
Oh, you don't like him?
Nah,
I'm saying.
He one of them guys that try to fit 5 punchlines into 2 bars, bro. I don't need that, bro. Sorry. Him and No Cap, bro. I can't mess with him.
Hey, whoa. So you don't like No Cap
either? To hear this? Huh?
No songs downloaded?
I mean, I got a couple of No Cap songs.
Okay.
I got 3 No Cap songs on my phone. I got 3 No Cap songs.
Okay, I was about to say, no songs downloaded? This man is tripping.
I only got 1 Rilo song.
Was that yesterday?
Hear this? And that's just because the beat goes stupid. I don't even know. Like, the song garbage, but it's acceptably garbage. You know what I'm saying?
You got to download this song anyway.
It's not downloaded. It's in my Apple.
I was in the library. It's not. Okay, for sure. No, I honestly feel like that's a 4P version of, MJ and Scotty on the beat, Baby. Both are great lyricists. Rollo, as Nick says, can create a punchline and can get punchline happy, but honestly, I can still appreciate that element of hip hop, especially where it went to a mumble rap phase where, people weren't really, we didn't even know what they were saying on the
beat. Give me mumble rap any day. Cardi was supposed to drop yesterday and didn't do it. I'm upset.
Yeah. A lot of people supposed to drop and didn't do it.
Able to draft Sadiq Bey in a draft day trade. But looking at this, once free agency got started, the draft started to make 0 sense at all. Because you look at the draft, they ended up drafting Sadiq Bey in a trade in which they sent Luke Kennard, their best shooter, and one of the emerging players on that roster to the Clippers. And also, Shamet was a part of that deal as he got sent to the Brooklyn Nets. So losing Kennard on draft day was questionable, but the moves they followed it up with just made it worse. Because you got to think about it. They also lost Christian Wood, who I think was the best player on that team, next to Blake Griffin.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And they, signed a trade to the Rockets, and he was an emerging guy, very good pick and roll player, can shoot the ball, finish in the paint, and the top 95 percentile in terms of pick and roll points as the pick man. So losing him hurt a lot. Losing Kennard hurt a lot. But then to go on top of that, I just want to know what they were thinking in the guys they signed. You signed Mason Plumlee, 3 years, $25 million. Signed Jahlil Okafor to a 2-year deal. You signed Jeremy Grant to a 3 year, $60 million deal like he a star or something.
Dude, hey, bro, I'm not looking at the notes yet. You trolling,
Jackson.
Right?
And you signed
Are you
Josh
for real?
Jackson.
Hold on. I'm like, no.
I'm being dead serious right now, bro.
Great bigs, bro.
And you still had Blake Griffin on the roster.
Mason,
he's starting the shooting guard.
Exactly, bro. What is the plan in Detroit, bro?
What?
Right now, bro. I'm gonna let
trolling.
I'm gonna let you
You're
know.
trolling.
I'm gonna let you know what I think is going on, bro. I think the NBA hates Dwayne Casey, bro. That's what I think it is. I swear to God, I think the NBA hates Dwayne Casey, bro.
The whole organization.
No, I'm saying the NBA. Everywhere he goes, bro, it's some trouble, bro. How you win Coach of the Year and get fired? You win Coach of the Year and get fired. Then you go to Detroit and they put you in a terrible situation. The NBA hates Dwayne Casey, bro. The Pistons had the worst offseason so far in the NBA.
Dwayne Casey is who people think Doc Rivers is. But that's another conversation.
Hey, banger.
Hey, yo, what is this man on?
Hey, bro, who's your loser, though, Josh?
I would definitely go with the Bucks just because, it came out that Giannis' number one priority was Bogdanovich. And, they didn't do that, if I don't recall.
But I agree with that, but that wasn't on the Bucks. That was on Bogdan not wanting to be a Buck.
Hey, bro. No,
I feel that. Oh, man. Go, Vince. Say it again.
He doesn't have enough clout to be saying, hey, I don't want to get traded, bro.
But, he did it.
He a grown man. What you mean?
No, but still, I don't care. He works for the Sacramento Kings. He doesn't have a no trade clause. I don't care what's going on, bro. I don't care. That's like your son. You got a 5-year-old son. Dad, I don't want to go to school today. Too bad, bro. You gonna get it's like
animated at night.
But I'm gonna break it down for the people at home. It was a sign and trade, So he got to sign the contract in order to be traded. He ain't signed the contract, so of course he didn't get traded.
Get traded? Hey, that was good, Nick. That's crazy. But
break it down in simple terms.
But if Giannis if that's the key that you needed to keep your all franchise, your centerpiece, and you can't do that. Even under these the weird circumstance, that's not still a good look for your organization. They prove to you that's not a good thing. That's not good faith for your superstar to put into you, relative to basketball. But like me and Nick talked about before, they upgraded the point guard significantly with Drew Holiday over Eric Bledsoe. So I think personally that it's not that big of a difference. Nick thinks it'll be a game breaker. I don't know. I think that until he can develop a consistent shot in the playoffs, what is he? Nothing but a better version of Ben Simmons.
Okay, so you're talking about Giannis. I think first of all,
bro,
yeah.
First
of all,
bro, he can't shoot. Like, what are we supposed to do? He's the most dominant guy in the paint since Shaq, but he can't shoot. Like, what are we supposed to do? They obviously know how to stop him in the playoffs.
What you're supposed to do is surround him with shooters so he can attack.
Brooke Lopez, like, what are they doing? What are they doing right now?
I think they did a good job in picking up Drew Holiday, a guy that not only spaces the floor but can facilitate and take some of the pressure off Giannis to be the go-to guy, especially in the playoffs. And I think they did a good job in picking up additional shooters to go around Giannis. You look at Drew Holiday, like I said earlier, he's good at spacing the floor. You pick up Bryn Forbes, who's a certified sniper. Get him, sign him up in free agency away from the Spurs. Pick up Torrey Craig, who's a 3-and-D stereotypical guy. DJ Augustine, who's also a steady shooter. But I think the reason why you're saying this team is a loser this offseason is because of what they gave up in order to try to keep Giannis. You look at the Drew Holiday trade, the Bucks had to give up 3 future first-round picks and 2 pick swaps for Drew, and that will like severely handicap the team's future should Giannis decide not to sign that supermax extension, which he has until December 21st to sign.
Yeah, he broke it down pretty. Oh, my bad, Vince.
I mean, I had them as my loser too, Josh. So I agree with you on that part. Now the Giannis part, I can't co-sign that. I'm sorry, but I mean the Bogdan deal, that turns you to a loser. I think Giannis would have signed his contract by now if they would have signed Bogdan. But with that happening, that's why I have them as the loser. I don't see Giannis re-signing, bro. That's not a team that you can win in the East with. You already proved that you can't even keep up with the Miami Heat, who got even better this offseason. You're not going to get
got better.
Yeah, they got better, bro.
Please talk to me on how you think they got better.
They got better. They lost 2. They lost Crowder and Derrick Jones. Yeah. I think all of that together just to sign the draft and Precious Achiuwa. Because he's going to give you the this that both of them gives you. He's going to give you the energy that both of them give you.
Yeah, but I just feel like you lose a lot in Crowder, especially on the defensive end, the versatility, and then you lose the floor spacing he provides on the offensive end. Because you think about it, you put him into those lineups as a stretch 4, able to guard 1 through 4 on the defensive end, and also able to space the floor on offense, shooting threes, able to put the ball on the floor when needed. I think you lose a lot. I think you lose a lot more than you think you're losing.
So what you lost with Crowder, you can't get that back with Avery Bradley.
You have.
But he's not gonna be able to bang with the bigs like that. But that was
good. But I mean, like actually. I think they stay about the same level. I don't think they got significantly better or worse, but I think they do stay about the same level.
But they're still better than the Bucks, though. And that's the point I'm trying to make. It's like the writing's on the wall. If Giannis doesn't sign this Supermax, I think you got to beat him to it and trade him and try to get it.
So too.
Yeah. Ooh, what do you but you can't. You're not getting equal value there. I don't care what
Miami.
No, it's better to get some value than nothing at all when he walks.
What would you even start though?
After the season,
Miami and Boston. That's your 2 best bets right now, bro.
I'm not even.
Give me JT for give me JT for Giannis.
No, I'm thinking. I'm not gonna lie. If I would have Bucks.
Hold on. You said they not giving him JT for Giannis?
I mean, I give him everybody else. I give you Kemba, Marcus Smart, Jaylen Brown, and 2 firsts. That's what I'll be like. Take it, leave it. You're not gonna get much better than that.
Yes, bro. You gotta keep a team. You can't get rid of the team just for Giannis.
Warriors did.
I ain't gonna lie though. If you get rid of Jaylen Brown, Marcus Smart, and 2 first rounders, you getting a good chunk of the team out the way.
But I'm saying, as long as you got Jason Tatum, you'll be straight.
You don't have Tatum. You don't have. And
you said Kemba Walker. You trade 3 starters and 2 first round picks.
You still going? You just drafted Nesmith, so he's a shooter. You're gonna have the shooters around him. They just signed Tristan Thompson. So they gonna have the team ready for him. Just get ready 3 starters for 1. The best top 3 player in the league. You gotta do it, bro. But the Bucks lost.
And to be honest, if I'm the Bucks looking for a trade partner, I'm not looking for the best fit for Giannis. I'm looking for the best fit for myself. So my eyes are fixated on OKC and the numerous picks they have in future drafts. And young talent they have on that team. You're talking about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Crazy though. That's
exactly.
What they look at.
Exactly. And so, to kind of finish talking about the Bucks, what's the likelihood that y'all put a percentage chance that Giannis is still a Buck next season?
25.
That's crazy. That's a crazy turnaround. That's a low percentage too.
What about you, Josh? Percentage that Giannis is still a Buck starting the 2022 season? The 2021.
I'll go less than 50. Season. I'll go 40, but I won't go low as 25. You had to get Bogdanovich. My bad. You just had to get Bogdanovich signed. You had to please your star in 2020, and they can't do that.
Yeah, I feel like I want to say 55%. I think it really depends on how those first couple of games go to see, like, especially if he doesn't sign the extension by December 21st. Look at how those first 20-some games go, and then I think the Bucks will make a decision in terms of this team isn't even competitive. Let's go on and move on for them and kind of start the restart now. Or
that's not the deal, though. They're going to be regular season guys, bro. Top 3 in the East. It's going to be in the playoffs. When it's time for you to snipe something in the corner for Giannis, can you do that, DJ Augustine? Do you trust DJ Augustine? Do you trust who's it, Brent Forbes?
I trust Brent Forbes because he kind of got that burning.
He been with the Spurs too. You know he ready.
He know his.
So the Hawks have Trae Young, Bojan Bogdanovic, Gallinari. Those are definitely. That's definitely. If they're on the floor together, that's definitely the best shooting lineup in the NBA.
That's a great transition because I had them winning, bro. I ain't even gonna lie to
you. You got the Hawks as a winner?
Yeah, of course.
Oh yeah, me too. I got I definitely got the Hawks as a winner. I don't know if there will be a winner when the ball actually gets tipped off, but I think they did everything necessary to get Trae Young the help he needs and deserves.
Big guard next to him, yeah.
Yeah, because like you said, they bring in Gallinari, Bogdanovic, and then you also bring in Rondo, a veteran presence to kind of, just help that locker room out. Because you look at the impact he had in the playoffs with the Lakers, energizing that second unit, really getting them on track for how to play right. And so I think he could have a similar role in Atlanta, especially playing next to Trae Young, taking some of the defensive pressure off of him, and then just giving the team a break, like giving Trae Young a break and still allowing that Atlanta offense to run smoothly.
They're automatically the one of the deepest teams in the league now, if not the deepest in the East.
That's crazy.
One of the deepest and the youngest. Because you got to think, they got Kevin Huerter, Cam Reddish, DeAndre Hunter, like all these guys they picked up in recent drafts. Still got John Collins, Clint Capella. I'm blanked out. Yeah. Oh yeah, and then they draft Onyeka Okongwu.
What is 9-10 deep?
Yeah, they are very deep in Atlanta, and not just very deep, but there's a lot of good talent on that team. I think
in the lottery, bro. So all you need is one of them to take off with Trae Young. Just one of them.
Exactly, and I think I don't know which one is going to be, but I can see both. I can see both Reddish and Hunter making significant strides this upcoming season.
What about the Pelicans? What do we think about them?
I think the Pelicans are L.
I don't know. You got. I like Brandon Ingram a lot, so I like him down. My bad, I'm cheating.
Yeah.
I just really like Eric Bledsoe, man. I don't think he's a bigger liability. I don't think he's a defensive guy. He's not as big as a liability from three as you think he is.
You think they got better?
Will limit Zion's effectiveness and force him to become a better shooter. What's wrong with him being a good shooter?
No,
but did they get better?
They definitely got.
I mean, I think that Brandon Ingram will be an all-star all 5 years of that extension. I think Lonzo will be an all-star at least one of those years. And I just don't. This the thing. I don't think Drew Holiday is that much better than Eric Bledsoe. Like
they got Steven Adams in free agency too.
Exactly, and I think that's a very bad move for them. I'm not even gonna lie.
I mean, it'll definitely limit their floor spacing, but you get Zion the training, the tutorage, the tutelage of a quality NBA B. I understand what you're saying though.
No, hey, talk to me. Be for real right now, bro. You really think Eric Bledsoe is that much better than?
No, I'm saying I don't think that
Eric Bledsoe shot 25% for three this year in the playoffs. 25%.
So you give Eric Bledsoe the Rondo treatment.
You gonna pair him with Zion?
So what?
Yeah, Rondo is shooting.
Now
you're shooting at like a 36% clip in the
ball. So we give him Bledsoe the Rondo treatment now. Everybody knows this conversation.
Bro, he's one of the like least efficient players in the NBA right now.
Yeah.
I mean, who knows?
Bro, he shot 38% from the field, 25% from three. You can't win games like with that being your starting point guard. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Josh.
They're not making the playoffs.
Yes, bro.
Man, I think I got Clippers Bledsoe stuck in my head.
You got some stuff.
I don't know, but I just feel like if he can play like that, I think Budenholzer's offense was a little more committed to, guys that were more like Brook Lopez and guys that was going to be spot up shooters this round, but that wasn't Eric Bledsoe. So I think that a more exciting team and that's going to be able to down transition like the Pelicans, one that's going to develop together. I think he just have a much different role than what he had on the Bucks.
Yeah, that's cool and all, but they kind of made him the sixth. They made him the sixth man so he could do whatever he wanted in terms of bringing a spark on offense, and he still performed terribly.
Who are you referring to?
Eric Bledsoe.
Yeah, bro.
You think you just out on Eric Bledsoe, huh?
If he's not playing with LeBron, do you think he can win a championship as a part of a big three?
No,
If
he
he-
A big three? I didn't say
he
a
wouldn't
big
even
three.
be part of a big three.
Hey,
I don't
you
want to say
you forget how dynamic this man was in Phoenix. We're not disrespecting Eric
No.
Bledsoe on this podcast.
He couldn't start. He couldn't start on that Kentucky team. So what make you think?
Chill out,
He
man.
just
That
don't-
was deep.
True.
They was
Two
deep
guard.
though.
It was
They was deep.
You talking about?
Come on, let's talk about
shooting
prime
guard.
You talking
Cal.
about Phoenix Eric Bledsoe, bro? You know how many?
Tell me
years
who was the
that
shooting
was?
guard of that Kentucky team?
How old is Eric Bledsoe? How old is Eric
Bruh.
Bledsoe?
He was with
That-
John
that
Wall.
man
They
is
used to
and-
call him
with-
baby. Somebody he was referred to as Baby Braun at one point.
What?
One time by
Couldn't start
somebody.
over Jody Meeks.
Who
He
said
couldn't start
that?
over Jody Meeks.
How old is
Whoever
Eric
called-
Bledsoe?
He's 30, bro.
He couldn't start over
He's not
Jody
that
Meeks.
old.
He's not
He is
bouncy.
not football.
He's not bouncy, explosive.
15 points a game, 5 assists. That ain't bad.
Okay, bro.
Come
He
on
can't
now.
start over Jody Meeks.
Bro, but we're saying in the context of this Pelicans team, that's a very bad signing because realistically, he's about to be starting in the same backcourt as Lonzo Ball, with Zion, with Steven Adams.
They don't got a guard better than him. You don't need to let Josh Hart start over him?
No,
They got the Alexander Walker guy.
You hate him so much why they went. Yeah, well, he wouldn't start over him neither. So
I'm
you
just-
don't think Josh Hart will start over what you call Eric
no.
Bledsoe?
Josh Hart didn't start last year. To be
Who's
honest,
the,
it'll probably
who's
be
the- for the
it'll
two
probably be Lonzo, Reddick,
Oh, this-
Zion,
Brandon
even
Ingram.
Adams, Bi, yeah. And still, even like that, that's just not enough.
Steven
spacing.
Adams, Zion, Brandon Ingram,
Bro,
and then
it's
whoever.
just
and then
not enough
Lonzo.
spacing on that court for Zion to be as effective as he can be.
I mean,
He
Zion's
starts
not a
out-
bad shooter though. So,
Bro, but that's
think
not the
that's-
strong part of his game. As the Pelicans GM, my main thought should be Zion is the best player on my team. I should build my team around him.
Right now, Brandon Ingram is the
I'm
best player.
about to say you got.
I mean, yeah,
you know,
I agree.
All-Star last
I
year.
agree. Brandon Ingram is the best player on that team, but Zion is the centerpiece of that team for the future. Not to say Brandon Ingram isn't, but if you ask anybody, who's the first player you think of when you say New Orleans Pelicans? Guess who it's going to be? Zion Williamson. He only played 20 games and he got a vote for Rookie of the Year.
And
this
he's
kid
on the
is
cover of
special.
2K.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. This kid is special, and we all know that.
But so you think Zion? Do you think Zion is going to be the best player by the end of the year? Because I don't think he will be. I think Brandon Ingram will still be.
I mean, I think Brandon Ingram will still be because he's more versatile, can give you more in terms of diversity in scoring and playmaking. Yes. But
So-
Zion, of course, is going to dominate the highlight reels, going to be the one, even though it's a pandemic, he's going to be the one that the people come to see.
So would you really build? I feel that would be disrespectful to build around Zion when you would lean on 2 years of featuring Brandon Ingram as your centerpiece. I don't think that. I mean, I see what you're saying. It definitely makes sense logically, but in application, I don't think that would go well.
Those two are your-
Everybody knows when Zion got picked number one, he's the face of the Pelicans.
But Brandon Ingram's not gonna give you 2 All-Star seasons. Just be like, this is Zion's team still.
He's an
Super
untouchable
all-
receiver, bro.
Bro,
He's an
yes, Brandon Ingram is a very key piece to the puzzle, but at the end of the day, he's Zion's sidekick. Whether you like it or
Lonzo-
not,
Wow.
His
I
in
mean,
2 years, bro.
it's definitely Zion is
That
Batman.
definitely sounded a little
B.I. is
bad.
Robin.
To,
I'm so, like no disrespect.
you can't
to
call
B.I.
it. You can't
He's
call a
one of
dude
my
that's been an
favorite
All-Star
players.
and one that's not been an All-Star the sidekick yet.
I mean, he's only played 20 games, yeah, but in those 20 games, he averaged 24 points.
When the game on the
I don't know
line,
about
Brandon
that.
Ingram taking that shot.
Yeah, I agree.
What you call him?
But at the end of the day-
in the All-Star the sidekick to the rookie.
At the end of the day, Zion's the Batman. Brandon Ingram is the rookie. I mean, is the Robin. No matter what you want to say, that's how it is in New Orleans. So if you were to ask me, I'd say another big winner of this NBA offseason would have to be that 2017 draft class. You just think about the guys that got
money.
exactly.
Get money.
That's the best way to describe it. Get money, because all of these guys got paid, man. Starting out with Jason Tatum, you know, he signed for 5 years, 195. Him and Donovan Mitchell, 5 year, $195 million extension. Then Bam came in, 5 years, up to $195 million. And then De'Aaron Fox got his too, of course, 5 years, $163 million. So, you know, looking at all these young guys from that 2017 draft class get paid. You know, you got 2 Kentucky guys getting paid. out of these guys, like, who do y'all think will have the best career going forward?
Tatum, definitely.
Agreed.
I hate to have a general consensus, but yeah, Jason Tatum definitely is.
But to be fair, I definitely thought about it all the way up until right before I had the answer. But
yeah. So okay, so
this generation's teammate, bro. But without the injuries, hopefully.
I'm not gonna lie, your comparison speed. Anyway, so since we all got a consensus on Tatum being the best player out this class, I guess let's see who the second best player in this class is gonna be.
Give me your first then, Nick.
I think second best player in this class, I think I'm gonna have to go with Bam just because of how versatile he was. You saw how crucial he was to that Miami team and taking them to the finals this season. You know, he can do it all for a team, kind of like a Swiss Army knife type of guy as a big man. So I think Bam is like second on that list in terms of who had the best career. And actually, now that I said that, I kind of regret I said it because Donovan Mitchell was kind of putting on the show, man.
He said, I kind of regret that.
I was just about to say, hey, bro.
I was about to say Donovan Mitchell would put up 50 in the playoff game, bro.
Yeah.
Facts, bro. If he had to face the Nuggets, I wonder how far they would have went. If they didn't have to play the Nuggets or the Lakers, bro, they was the best team in the West.
Yeah, they got hot at the right time, bro. I'm not even gonna lie.
That was the greatest basketball series I ever seen. But Donovan
that
Mitchell,
was crazy how they was going back and forth like that. But it was the bubble, though. It just – I just feel like that's a unique basketball.
Better, bro. The bubble made basketball better.
Think so? Yeah. I don't think we'll never get no basketball like that ever again, though. RP to the bubble, man.
I mean, just pull up the YMCA when I'm there.
I'll be a devil's advocate. I think definitely with the way the league's going, if Bam can continue to be a playmaker, or you said that too, but you know that's more the trend now. You know, dominant 6'8", 6'9" guys that can handle the ball. He started to show flashes of it, and if he can still continue to like really round into that, you know, his style of play is where the league is headed. But Donovan Mitchell still put up 50 in a playoff game.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm telling y'all now, if De'Aaron Fox, if he doesn't get touched around at a 38, 39, 40% three-point percentage, bro, the analysts are going to turn on him, the GMs and coaches, because he's going right down the same path as a John Wall, a Russell Westbrook. They're going to get that big contract.
That sounds bad. John Wall, Russell Westbrook.
I know. I'm
bad guys.
Are they not turning on them right now?
After – amount of all-star seasons and records broken, yeah. I mean, John Wall and you say John Wall was a rich, but they're the same play type, but the gap between those actual players is kind of big. So,
and to be honest, I put him more in that John Wall category in terms of
pure speed.
Yeah,
quick.
And I think he has. You think about it. I think his shot selection is good. He doesn't force too much. He just has to convert on more of his shots, and I think. I want to say this year he was a better shooter. I don't have it pulled up in front of me, but I want to say he's had steady improvement in his shooting every year he's been in the league because it's not too many teams that are just handing out max extensions to guys, you know, for no reason, especially if they don't believe.
It is the Kings, though.
But you think the Kings going to make the playoffs this year or next year without making any big –
Would you put it past them?
I think the Kings – I low-key think the Kings are in wait for next year mood. Because you think about, they just have a lot of free cap space. They've got I think personally they have a solid core in Fox, Bagley, and Hield. I think that's a solid core, solid three to build around. And so I think they're just gonna kind of like play this year out, wait till next year when a lot of guys are free agents and they're gonna have a lot of money to spend. And I think they'll fill their roster out there and kind of make a push in that 2021-2022 season. And see what happens. Bro. We shouldn't be talking about Sacramento this long, bro. They not really relevant.
So we just talking about the Bills.
Well, yeah, that's
New Orleans. Shout out to that boo. Quit playing with my boo boys.
For sure. But anyway, moving on to the real winners of free agency, and I think a consensus opinion. Vance, take it away, bro.
Lake Show.
Why you LA my man up like that? He loud my boy up like that.
Anthony Davis, LeBron James. Look, we lost Rondo, you know, RP Rondo. You know,
they said RP.
He can finish his career.
Kill this man.
He signed 2 years with Atlanta, bro. That's the rest of his
definitely
league.
misspelled Schroeder's
Yeah.
name and his nose Vic. I'm Vic.
Yeah, bro. I mean, it's whatever, bro. But we didn't lose nobody that's just really gonna be like, Rondo was the biggest loss that we had.
Yeah,
We can
I agree.
Avery Bradley. He ain't do nothing in the bubble. Don't even give him a ring, bro. But you know, I mean, for real, bro. He left us high and dry.
You're not gonna say you can't give this man a ring. This man has
Nah,
a
bro.
professionally signed contract to play basketball for that team.
Give Bronny his ring, bro. Bronny James did as much in the bubble for the Lakers.
Hey,
He gave LeBron motivation when he saw Bronny smoking the joint. But you know, we got Dennis Schroeder, Marc Gasol. All right, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I love Marc. I like Dwight and JaVale as a better fit than Marc because
finish out.
Marc can't move anymore. Did you watch Raptors play against the Celtics?
Yeah.
He was useless.
But I think what he does, I think bringing in Marc is a plus move because you got somebody who's who's competent with the ball in their hands, bro. Somebody who can stretch the floor and play make from that extended elbow area. So even though he can't move, I agree it's a minus on the defensive end, especially pick and roll situations where he's going to be forced to switch or, you know, I think it's just going to be bad pick and roll coverage with Marc in the game. They're going to target – other teams are going to target him in pick and roll situations. But I think it's a plus on the offensive end. You think about the shooting you get with Marc. He's, 3.43 point attempts per game, shooting at a 38.5 clip. I think that's a plus for the Lakers, especially now you can add in more pick and pop situations, kind of get away from AD a little bit in those situations. And I think it just opens the floor more for AD to go to work in the post, opens the floor more for LeBron to drive the ball, and it just creates more different looks in terms of pick and rolls on the offensive end for the Lakers. So I think it's a plus move. Even though you lose a little bit.
The bubble devalued the big man a lot, bro.
It did.
A lot. Because you saw the Lakers committed to playing small ball. Like once they started playing, once they played Portland, you had to play down. The finals, I mean, AD, he don't want to play the 5, but then again, ain't nobody really playing too big anymore. So you're going to be the biggest dude in the court regardless. You're going to play like the 5. So, I mean, but the Lakers, no team scares me, bro. No team made a move that made me go,
But you got to think about it.
The next
my bad. So I would have said, before I forget what I was going to say, I really wish that Rondo would have stayed just because remember, Marc Gasol was Defensive Player of the Year at one point. But him, Rondo, LeBron would have made some beautiful basketball together on the court at the same time. Even Marc Gasol and LeBron, he's still one of the more cerebral guys in the NBA. And, defense, he's not going to be the rim protector or the pick and roll defender or able to move anywhere like he was. But, defense is still a game. Defensive rebounding is still a big part of that. Positioning and knowing where to be is, a big part of that. And he can do all those things well. So, it's still going to be – he's not going to be JaVale or Dwight, challenging shots at the rim, but hopefully he'll be able to, be in the right position and, prevent – be a better team defender versus, a rim protector.
Yeah, I agree with that. And so, talking about Marc, what were you going to say, man?
I'm saying he's useful if you're playing against a team that uses another big.
Yeah.
Like the Grizzlies use Valanciunas. Portland might use they lost to Whiteside. Just got Cantor and
In addition to Marc Gasol, the Lakers bring in Dennis Schroeder, Montrezl Harrell, as we alluded to, and Wesley Matthews, and they were also able to bring back Morris and KCP. So with that, I think the best move the Lakers made this offseason was bringing in Dennis Schroeder. I know we talked about it a little last week, but now that Rondo's gone, I think that makes that move even much better. Because you got to think about Schroeder's a guy who was in the run for Sixth Man of the Year. Solid playmaker, can do anything from that backup 1 to that starting 1 spot. So I think that's the biggest move for them, especially, in combination with Montrezl Harrell, who, of course, won Sixth Man of the Year.
Yeah. And you're going to have to depend on your bench a lot this season, especially as the Lakers. Like LeBron and AD, I don't want them averaging 30, 35 minutes until after All-Star break, bro.
Exactly, because LeBron and AD were 17 and 21 respectively in minutes per game.
17 and 21. So what was it, mid-30s?
Yeah, LeBron was 34 minutes a game. Well, both of them were 34 minutes a game. Like we said, Lakers definitely won the offseason. So now I think we should reevaluate the Battle of LA and see who is the best team in LA right now. The Clippers or the Lakers?
I had this picked out very particularly. I want Vance to go first, and I want Nick to go second. Not to say I'm the best. I just want to see because I want to see how this goes out. So go first. Man.
Don't ask me no stupid questions. I don't even know why
I'm
this
not
is.
gonna. I just want to see what Nick is gonna say. Honestly.
No, not you. I'm talking about Nick. Nicholas Hayes.
He said,
I got a banger.
Why you do that, man? Like yo, he said,
I got a
stupid
banger
question,
cooked up,
boy.
bro. I got a banger cooked up. So come on, let's go.
We listening, bro.
You
going first. No, Vance going first.
I'm picking, so there's no point in me going. Don't ask me some.
The Clippers the best team in LA, bro. I'm gonna keep it established. Clippers the best team in LA right now.
He said it on TV.
Best team in LA. You want a reason? Because I can give you more than one reason.
Please.
I think losing Montrezl and picking up Serge Ibaka is a major plus for the Clippers. You think about picking up Serge, that's a plus in terms of consistency, shooting, playmaking, and I think it's a plus on the defensive end. Like, hands down. Because there were times in the playoffs where Montrezl looked lost, got bullied in the paint, got rebounded in the paint. In my opinion, Montrezl is more of an energy guy. And so by bringing in Serge, that's somebody who knows the game, knows how to win. Because you think about it, he's won in OKC, won in Toronto. He just wins everywhere he goes.
OKC.
Very quality. Huh?
He
went to the finals with OKC, bro. He was a key part of that finals team. So you can say, yes, he didn't get a ring, but to be on such a young team and help them get to the finals, that's a major accomplishment in my opinion. And so anyway, I think adding Serge Ibaka is a major plus for the Clippers. You also bring in Luke Kennard, who's a certified sniper, was averaging 15.8 points per game last season, shooting around a 35% clip from deep. And so you bring in him, that's another shooter, will help spread the floor out for that team. And then you think about what they lost. Like I said, they lost Harrell. They lost Jermichael Green, which I think could potentially be a big deal. But I think they can easily get over that, and you lose Landry Shamet. And I think that after a year of playing together, I think the biggest problem with the Clippers was chemistry. And now they've got a whole year under their belt. You bring back essentially the same team with the main components. You still got Lou Will off the bench. So I don't think the bench will take a major hit from losing Montreal. And so I think the Clippers are going to be the best team in LA this season. Because if you would have asked me, I would take a big three of Kawhi, PG, and Lou Will, Lou Will over Bron, AD, and Dennis Schroeder, Marc Gasol. Give me the Clippers big three over the Lakers big three.
Yeah, Lakers 3, baby. Dude tripping for sure. I tried my best. I tried my best too. Look, Kennard, he looking light. He not even one of those left-handed dudes that can't go right. But
All right, bro. We will see.
Lou Will not even gonna be on their roster. If they make a trade, I would have let you like.
I can see a trade.
Get John Wall or something, bro. Who knows, bro?
Maybe they'll get Jahlil Okafor or something.
What makes you say?
Bro, thinking about it, bro. Clippers are the best team in LA.
All right, bro. Cool. Next topic, because that's stupid.
All right, and so now, of course, we got to talk about the hometown team, the Memphis Grizzlies. So what have y'all made so far of the Grizzlies offseason?
Like we said before, not much to speak of. Going to be a pretty quick cut and paste segment. Desmond Bane, they traded up into the first round, or traded back into the first round, to draft him. The Grizzlies, they're really quickly developing a typical draft profile. Guys with short arms that are experienced in college that know how to shoot. So, Brandon Clark was the dude that fit that profile last time, and he's working out pretty well so far. So, hopefully Desmond, shooting is the grit and grind Grizzlies. That was the thing that was really missing. So, Jaren Jackson, John Morant, Brandon Clark, all plus shooters. Desmond Bane looks to be a plus shooter. So, sounds good.
Yeah. I think, Desmond Bane, like you said, 44.2 three-point shooter at TCU. I think that was a very good selection by the Grizzlies. Adding him as a 3-and-D guy kind of, take some of the perimeter pressure off Dylan Brooks, who, tends to be foul-heavy, and just as a plus defender, plus shooter, spaces the floor some more, especially on that second unit, gives you another scoring option. But I think the biggest move by the Grizzlies this offseason was re-signing DeAnthony Melton, a 4 years, $35 million deal. I think that's very crucial. They call him Mr. Do Something because he gets it done on both ends of the floor. I think he's really a spark for that Memphis
Mr.
team.
Dewsome, who told you that?
You don't watch the Grizzly games on Fox Sports South?
Mr.
See, that's
Dewsome.
not a real fan.
He watched Rocky games, bro. He don't know nothing about
Hey,
that.
chill out.
bro.
Hold on.
You don't know
Hey,
nothing
quit
about
playing
Fox
my.
Sports
Hold
South,
on,
man.
Mr. Dewsome. I was not informed. Let my man have some. Let me know Eric has time with calling this man Mr. Dewsome on TV.
Yeah. You know, hey, man.
Too busy
hey,
playing
Vance.
Division I football.
Vance.
Huh,
That just shows he's not from the city for real, man.
Yeah, bro.
Memphis card revoked.
Too busy playing Division I football. Sorry, guys.
Cool.
All right, bro. It's cool.
And so,
are we done with this one? My bad.
no, bro. But like I said, bro, you bring Melton back, very key piece to that team. Only player you lose is Josh Jackson. And so I feel like, Grizzlies didn't make any splash moves, but I personally think it's enough to keep the Grizzlies in playoff contention for this season. What do y'all think?
You think they make the playoffs?
I think the Grizzlies make the playoffs again. 8 seed.
It really just depends on Jaren Jackson. Because they say he's not even going to start the beginning of the season.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nah, I don't like that, bro. You saw how they look without him. They gonna need that production, bro.
Well,
He be the best player on
I feel like they have a diamond in the rough waiting, bro.
With who?
Jonte Porter, bro. I feel like he can come out and really be a plus player.
Diamond.
I mean, not really, bro. He just had an ACL injury, bro. You don't sign a guy who hasn't played
just
a game.
Just the ACL injury. Come on now. I mean, it's sports medicine advanced, but still.
It's not the 2000s no more, bro.
You can't say just. You still any surgery is not a just.
And it's not like he was an explosive, above the rim player anyway, bro.
Yeah.
I think Jonte Porter, he hasn't played a game in a Grizzlies uniform yet. They signed him to a 3-year extension. I think that's a sign that something special is on the way with him, in my opinion.
I mean, at least we don't got to see Anthony Tolliver and Gorgie Dang anymore, bro.
Exactly. Hey, chill out on my man Hot Sox, bro.
Worst swag in the league, bro.
Hey, God.
That was making me pretty
Hey,
bad.
my man was out there in the Elise all the way to the calf.
That's why we ain't make the playoffs. I'd be in a locker room.
I'd be just to the calf, bro.
Like, you don't think John's like, you really wearing that, bro?
I ain't can roll it down, though. We finna hoop for real, bro. Nah, this is how I wear him in the game. You don't talk like no young person.
He like, come on, young boy. I've been doing this for 20 years.
He didn't decide the backboard from the corner. Like, they can't get out the game.
Hey, yo, bro. Use the glass. That's what the glass for. Ain't for the
swing it over. No defense. That's exactly how old heads play. They don't play no. They let you dribble right past them.
Oh God.
Right past them and call the ball on offense.
I like the Grizzlies' moves though.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's what he said in the locker room, man.
Bro, anyway, I'm not entertaining that, bro. But I do like what I saw from the Grizzlies, man.
And
talking about what you saying.
No, you got it.
All right, so like Desmond Bain. So when they drafted Desmond Bain, the first thing I thought was like, who is this? And so I went on YouTube, looked at his highlights. Literally the first 3 minutes of his highlight tape on YouTube, the first one I clicked on, it was nothing but catch and shoot off ball screens. And so the first thing I thought of was Marco Bellinelli, bro. So but he has athleticism and he's strong, he's solid, he's built like a tight end, bro. So I like what I see. And I think he's going to be one of those safety net guys where you get guys like Justin Winslow. You don't know if they're going to be healthy throughout the whole season. Yeah. He definitely be that third wing player behind Winslow and Dylan Brooks, like y'all said.
Yeah. And so to wrap this, segment on the Grizzlies up, percent chance that the Grizzlies make the playoffs this season.
Right. He going to miss a lot of games, bro. Jaren Jackson.
Yeah.
How many is he supposed to miss?
I mean, meniscus, I want to say he's going to be out like at least the first month of the year, at least.
When he got hurt August?
Yeah.
He might not be back to like All-Star week. I'm thinking January, mid-January, early February. That's when I'm thinking.
Depends on how good Justin Winslow will be.
Yeah.
I didn't realize how long it was, man.
I think I'm going to put the Grizzlies at about 65% though. Because I think if you get a healthy Justice Winslow to start the season off, you can kind of mitigate what you lose in Jaren Jackson, and I think Brandon Clark can really step up, start at the 4, and help the Grizzlies make it through that first month or two without Jaren. I think losing Jaren is a big deal, but I think the Grizzlies are more than equipped to deal with it.
I'm gonna say 35%, and
my car broke though.
I didn't like what I saw, bro. I didn't like what I saw without Jaren Jackson. Y'all saw exactly what I saw.
Yeah.
And once he gets back, if they only 2-3 games behind in the 8th seed, or if they in the playoffs, then it goes up substantially. But I'm not gonna like what I see at the beginning of the season. I don't think. You never know though. Who knows?
Yeah. And I think especially if Ja comes back more established as a shooter, I think it could get spooky in Memphis in terms of, for the rest of the league. Because you got a good young core and Ja, Jaren, and BC. You got good complementary players, Dylan Brooks, Grayson Allen, Trey Jones, all of these guys around them. So I just think the Grizzlies are primed to take that next step and be able to play without one of their best players.
I'm about to say, Ja could throw it 25 and 10 for a month and a half, and it wouldn't surprise any of us. I don't think.
Yeah.
And that's all. That's first team All NBA numbers, and he can do that for a month and carry them to at least with 2-3 games above 500 for that stretch.
Yeah.
The only thing I would really say is that I just hate that the time, a big man with his point guard, that's the chemistry that's invaluable, and they're just they just lose that experience, those regular season games to develop that. So
yeah,
but they got practice.
I will say a big bonus will be a big key will be these 4 preseason games they get before the season starts. I think that'll give them time to adjust to playing without Jaren some more and kind of figure out a rotation that works for them before they get into a real season. So, of course, we're going to talk about it once we get those 4 preseason games in. And so, since we talked about one hometown team, the Memphis Grizzlies, got to talk about the college basketball team, the Tigers, that just started up this week. So, Vance, tell me what you saw in, the Tigers' first 3 games so far.
Hey, the first game, I really love what I saw. I'm thinking, hey, this is definitely a second weekend team. There's not going to be any problems. Everything is going to be peaches and cream, bro. First game against St. Mary's, playing a whole bunch of Squidwards. That's what we'll call them. And so
Squidward?
We get to the second game. They play against Western Kentucky. They played against 2 big men. That's probably going to be the most physical team that we see this season, besides maybe Cincinnati. They always give us fits when those conference play starts. But the biggest thing I've seen from the Memphis Tigers so far is inefficiency on offense. The defense is always going to be what you saw last year is what you get in this year. Efficiency, particularly with the additions of Moussa Cisse to take on the defensive anchoring part that Precious Achua left last season. But the offense did not get any better. You can honestly make the case that it's gotten worse without Precious. At least Precious, you knew for a fact he was going to give you a bucket, efficient buckets, although he was not passing the ball. But now we see why he wasn't passing the ball, because the shooters aren't making the shots on the outside. And I think the biggest problem is the offense Penny's going to have to change the offense. Just like a great coach, he goes to what his personnel gives you instead of what we're going to do, make it work. Belichick, he adapts to his personnel. Sean Payton in New Orleans, he adapts to his personnel. Great Coach Calipari in Kentucky. Every year he has a different team, so he adapts to what works. And so the way we're doing high ball pick and roll with a point guard, Alex Lomax. He's a solid floor general, but he's not a dynamic scorer, and that's what you need if you're gonna run that type of offense so deep into the shot clock. But that's why Boogie Ellis has actually succeeded this season in scoring. He's scored in double figures all 3 games. This last game against VCU, he only took 6 shots. So, you might have wanted more shots out of him. But with that fast-paced defense that VCU has, you got to change it. But the way I see it is If they would have even got Jalen Green, you could have alternated Boogie and Jalen on the high ball screen and just had the shooters on the corner. But you got to change it to maybe a 3-man weave motion offense because just standing there is not going to get it done.
And so before you go, Josh, would you say that the Memphis's problems on offense fall more on Penny being the coach or on the personnel that Memphis has at its disposal?
It depends. Are you asking me? You talking about what we've seen so far?
Yeah, what we've seen so far. Or
I'm saying this season or his whole time.
We can go whole time.
No, definitely think that. It's easy to say. It's easy for you to say that he just lets them roll the ball out and play, and it can appear like that with the way he recruits. But it still takes a coach to first. The first job he has is controlling those egos. The second job he has is to how can everybody's talent fit into one objective goal. And it's hard. And you see we're off to a bad start. And he's not doing a bad job, but, there's going to be naysayers. And it is always something that you can do better. But DJ had 10 points the first two games. I have it in bold and underlined. That's unacceptable.
He had 10 points, but I say he bounced back well tonight, dropping 17 points on 6 for 15 shooting. I think that's a game that's hard to get him.
And then
going.
it still leaves a lot of those points was, a lot of those points was in the second half when the game was out of reach anyways. Somebody, all AAC, Penny called him best guy on the team. Julius Erving watch list, that's unacceptable. He was a one-and-done type of prospect. He was committed to Kentucky before he came to Memphis. For him to have these goals and accomplishments and him to step into the role that everybody expects to do, that can't happen. But the one thing I did tweet out, or we tweeted out on our account, he still played hard on defense. He still was competing, and he was still, he wasn't soaking and complaining. And for somebody that was a 5-star McDonald's All-American, they had all the cream in the topping. For you still be able to say something like that after the 2 worst games of his career, his life, because DJ Jeffries has been a good basketball player since he ever started touching the basketball. That's incredible, and it just speaks to the culture that's there. So that's the only thing. That's probably the only positive thing I got out of this first tournament. I told y'all in the group chat, Abassi is the only guy in college basketball that's going to be able to, dominate Musa like that. 2014-7, that's ridiculous. So I
Musa
think
got to get in shape.
Nobody's in shape right now, bro.
Musa has to get in shape though, because he was worn
but
out.
I didn't want. How are you so skinny and out of shape though? That is a bad.
That's what I'm saying.
You're too skinny to be out of shape like that. But it's whatever. But you got to think about it. COVID-19 had knocked all of this stuff off, so it's like I still have just lowered expectations for anybody. Everybody, not even just Memphis, but anybody that's going to be playing the sport right now. You're not going to be able to. You're not going to get the same quality, especially coming out the gate, that you would in previous years. So I'm disappointed, just like you guys. I can just. Take a step back and just – I like Leonard Nolly. I think, honestly, he could really – if DJ continues to play like he's been playing, he could fill into that role and be that guy Penny thought that DJ could be. But I think he's going to be able to get 50 tonight regardless anyways. He's probably Memphis' best shooter right now, been the best scorer. He would have put up 26 last game. He was the linchpin. He was the transfer everybody was waiting on. Best player at Virginia Tech last year, all AAC. All ACC, so yeah, he just brings another cog to the Memphis team. One guy I want to talk about, if I'm not going too long, I think good. Lester, 6'6", 6'7", little shorts. He still was a 4-star guy. A lot of people looked at him as tag along for Precious, but that's the reason that he still was at the University of Memphis. He was touted as a plus shooter. He was a plus shooter in high school. It hasn't really he hasn't shown it so far at Memphis. He has been, a good defender. He's been crafty with the ball. Memphis has, okay, I'll count him out. I'll say him out loud. DJ, Gnarly. I think Lester is 3. Lance, if he can develop the right way. That's 4 NBA guys going on that roster. You got to do something. 5.
You don't
Musa,
think
I'm
Musa?
tripping. I'm tripping, huh? That's too many NBA guys for you not to be able to get to the second good tournament like Van said. And I think, Penny will figure it out. I just think that, Life is crazy right now with COVID-19. Memphis played same. Yeah, they just played a lot of experienced, crafty teams. St. Mary's, VCU, a lot of teams with senior guards that's gonna know how to score against athletes like Memphis. But you can't teach that type of defense that they play. They're playing no catch off the dribble. They're trapping out of the backcourt. And a lot of teams are not gonna be able to handle that physically and even able to get in your offense, because even if you're going to break the press, it leads to, rush shots. It leads to unforced turnovers. So you're going to – and the physical profile of the guys on that team is simply overwhelming. All arms and legs. You have the best paint protector in America. So, it's the first 2 games of the season. Am I disappointed? Yes. Do I think they could do a lot because they have won this tournament? Yes. But am I going to trip about it? No. Do I think they'll still be ranked at the end of the season and should be a top 5, 6 seed? Yes.
And so, of course, another week means another segment of game balls. And so I'm going to go and start first because really I'm cheating with my game ball because technically he belongs in next week episode. But he had the best Thanksgiving Day performance since Randy Moss.
Hey,
Memphis product, weapon you. My game ball got to go to Anthony Gibson. First player with 3 touchdowns on Thanksgiving Day since Randy Moss did it. Everybody remembers the Randy Moss 3 catches, 163 yards, 3 touchdown game. Well, my boy AG turned it up a little bit more, 20 carries, 115 yards, 3 rushing touchdowns to go with 3 catches on the day. A dominant win for the Washington football team against the Cowboys, prime time on Thanksgiving Day, and a dominant contributor to my fantasy team. So my game ball of the week goes to Anthony Gibson.
He said a dominant contributor to my fantasy team.
He was on my bench, bro.
You tweaked out. Spazzer alert.
I started Ezekiel Elliott.
Oh.
Yeah, bro.
What were you thinking?
Bro.
What's this
y'all
guy
got
doing?
A run defense.
I mean, our whole O-line got injured, but that's a whole nother
problem. It did.
I was about to say, Van, you threw my game ball off Nick, but I was like, yeah, he cheated a little bit. But okay. My game ball is going to go to Jerry Jones. They definitely did just get humiliated on Thanksgiving Day. But guess what? He's still a billionaire. He still owns most of the state of Arkansas, Walmart's oil land, and all that stuff. And, he's rich. So I think he's winning in life.
So, Vance, who you got this week, bro?
Man, so first I was going, take an easy way out. I love what the Titans did, especially with the game winner by Derrick Henry. But shout out to the XFL legend, P.
Yes, sir.
Was it the XFL legend?
Definitely throws more interceptions than he does touchdowns, but what he also does is get wins. So you got to love that. Shout out PJ Walker. Not going to start this week. Teddy Bridgewater is back, but, a 20-0 win. I like what I saw from PJ Walker. If I needed a backup quarterback, I definitely would hit him up.
Exactly. Got to show love to the backup QBs, man. All right. And so, of course, gave y'all game balls. So, of course, we got to run it to y'all with the pick'ems, too. So, starting out, big game in the AFC South, Titans at Colts.
Go first, Vance.
Bro, I love the Titans so much, bro. Y'all know how much I love the Cowboys and I love the Titans. I know how much I love them, bro. It's like whenever we play the Colts, bro, I don't know what happens. It's just they're our kryptonite. But we won our last 3 games in Indianapolis when we had lost our previous 9 before that. So that gives me hope. But it's just something about the Indianapolis Colts. Like I was about to bet my friend Andrew money on the game, but it's like I decided to only do $5. I'm gonna save the Titans just because they my squad, bro. I ain't gonna go outside and they win. I'm gonna be looking real stupid like a fake fan. So I'm gonna have to go with the Titans.
Wow,
yeah.
That was a real thing you could have said because he wouldn't have ride for the squad, but he don't want to lose no money.
I mean, that's
real spill. Real spill though. That was too real for the industry, bro. We can't post that.
For me, I'm gonna keep it simple. Give me the Colts. Dominated the Titans 34-17 in their last meeting. I think it's gonna be a repeat. Especially with the Colts coming off a win against the Packers.
Definitely. I think, best defense in the NFL, second best defense in the NFL. I'll give it to him. He got the hog mollies, best old lineman in the league, one of the most consistent. The whole entire starting offensive lines. Hopefully Phillip Rivers doesn't have to make a tackle, but if they can avoid that, then the Colts should win.
And they're healthy, bro. Oh my
God. So up next we got Chiefs at Buccaneers.
Bruce Arians said it best. It depends on if Tom Brady's gonna play good week to week. He said the Chiefs. Come on now, we're not gonna let that go. We can't. He pride is a bad boy. Give me TB for a good game. I say 300 with 4 tutties.
What? Anyway,
crazy.
Give me the Chiefs by 4. I think they're gonna be up by double digits, and then Brady and the Bucs gonna get the little garbage time touchdown, and 35-31 Chiefs.
You'll have one to every star: Gronk, AB, Godwin, Mike Evans.
Yeah. So anyway, give me the Chiefs. It's not even gonna be close. Saw what happened to the Buccaneers when they played the Rams. Just couldn't get anything going on the offensive side of the ball. I think it's gonna be a similar case here. You look at the Chiefs; they revamped that defense, especially the secondary. So I think it's gonna be tough sledding for Tom Brady once again. And so up next, we got Cardinals at Patriots.
Where's the game at?
First of all, 2 black quarterbacks. Gotta clap it up for that. 2 black quarterbacks. Kyler Murray black, right? Yeah. Cardinals been the hottest team in the best division in football. Give me the Cardinals.
For me, I think I'm gonna rock with the Patriots on this one. Tough loss against the Texans last week. I look for them to bounce back, beat the Cardinals in the upset this week.
I saw this stat on ESPN. It says Cam Newton hasn't thrown multiple touchdown passes in a game since 2018. Give me the Cardinals.
Wow, that's
by double digits.
Well, I will add this to this game. I think ball control is going to be a key factor in this game. I think the Patriots are going to run the ball a lot, keep the ball out of the Cardinals' hands, out of the Cardinals and Kyler Murray's hands as much as possible. So I think that's going to be a key thing to watch for in this game. So
I said the same thing last week.
Will it snow?
Probably.
Want to be snowing in Foxborough? Yeah. That might be bad for them.
So up next, we got Bears at Packers. Another divisional game. Pretty much losing you out the playoff race for the Bears. So who y'all rocking with?
Oh, yeah, that's facts. Go first, man. Oh, look, you go first, Nick.
I'm going to rock with the Packers. Nick Foles is doubtful in this game for the Bears. I don't know the injury status of Mr. Trubisky. So basically, I'm saying it's going to get ugly early for the Bears. And their offense is already inefficient, so that really doesn't matter who starts at quarterback.
I mean, Nick Foles is probably upgraded at this point, so whatever. Yeah. Bears, they still got Khalil Mack and Akeem Hicks, man, and Kyle, one of them foolers that's supposed to be a lockdown corner now, and Roquan Smith, and Danny Trevathan, and Eddie Jackson.
Yeah, but football is a game of who can score the most points, so that's cool.
Who can stop you from? Let me just stop being a devil's advocate. Let me get the Packers.
Exactly. Thank you.
You want the Bears? You really trying to let us catch up this week. I see you, Josh. Thank you. Give me the Packers.
Bears. I definitely said the Packers, brother. Don't get it twisted.
He said the Packers,
definitely did.
Man did all that talking about the Bears. Man did all that talking about the Bears to pick the Packers, man. And so
you might as well pick the Bears though.
What you want to do, Josh? It's on you.
Hey, so I'm gonna leave it.
Stop being scared.
Where they playing at? Lambeau or Chicago?
Lambeau.
Give me Green Bay. I would if it was in Soldier. Y'all would have had me. But, Lambeau looked to the dub. Oh, this man gonna show the light to my face, son.
Oh man! All right. So last game of this week's pick'em, we got Chargers at Bills.
That's a good game.
I'm gonna keep it simple. Chargers struggle to close out games. Give me the Bills. I think they'll be able to close them out. Take care of.
Question before we answer: who's the better quarterback in this game?
Josh Allen.
Herbert.
Justin Herbert. Thank you.
Josh Allen. Me. Folks see what is this week? 11.
12?
Week 12.
Come on, brother.
Yeah.
I'm done now.
Folks see 11 Justin Herbert games and think he better than Josh Allen. Josh Allen got something to show y'all, man. Y'all saw how he hooped against Russell Wilson and the Seahawks. he got something to prove.
But I thought everybody said that Seattle defense is bad. So what happened to that?
It is.
I mean, so
But if you can throw that ball, you can throw that ball.
He was Devin Booker. He was doing good stats on a bad team.
I'm just saying. All I'm saying is
like I flipped it too.
He's got his team. He's got his team in first place in the AFC East for the first time in 18 years. So picking for this game.
You know I gotta be. Where is that?
In Buffalo.
Buffalo is so nasty. It is December. I like Justin Herbert better. They got that ball dude playing running back though. Oh, he hurt. Go first, man. I don't know.
Buffalo, surprisingly, they have one of the worst passing defenses in the NFL. And that's where Justin Herbert excels. So give me the Chargers in the upset.
How do they have one of the worst pass defenses in the league? All that talent in the secondary.
The offense has improved, so the defense on the field more.
Oh, okay. I think they got demoralized after that catch, though. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm really. That didn't help. I don't know. I just feel like Justin Herbert gonna put up 350 again with 3 touchdowns
and still lose because that's kind of a consistent team, consistent theme in the Chargers.
Pick the Bills. They the better team, better record. Do it.
Give me the Chargers.
Come on, bro.
And with me, boy, I'm not one of them.
And so that concludes our pick-em slate for this week. That concludes our episode for this week. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Hope y'all enjoyed that Thanksgiving meal yesterday. The leftovers these next couple of days. And
stop eating them after the next Wednesday. They're not supposed to be in Tupperware for a week.
Wise words. Wise words. And with that, we out of here. Make sure y'all stay safe. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what y'all feeling. And we out of here.